Guys, welcome to one of the first episode of the B Quadrant podcast. So basically, we got an exclusive chance to sit down with Isabelle Morley. Not going to be boring. I feel like a lot of people will be able to learn a lot from this. And today, one of the first movement of all the entrepreneurs that we're going to get to video and get a chance to sit down and interview this Vineyard. Like today is a little bit foggy, but I feel like a lot of people are going to be able to just pull a lot of knowledge out of this one. So Isabelle, she was basically like very successful entrepreneur here on Martha's Vineyard, and she got the chance to start her own hotel. She started it from scratch, and a lot of people, they don't even really know the full story of what goes on. So they just see a person successful and they just start from the bottom and then they just sit at the top. But let's see how everything actually goes. Let's hear her story. Let's see what she did. Let's see how she got it done. Just follow me and see what goes on. So thank you guys for joining another one of our podcasts. Today we have a very important guest today. Like, we're speaking to Isabelle, and she is a very successful entrepreneur, which she did basically everything you could think about. Like, she owned a hotel and she was very successful on Martha's Vineyard. This is like one of the most serious person that I personally ever met and had my own experience with. Like, I really hope you guys enjoy this, and this is going to be a lot of information. You guys can really take a lot from this. If you're starting your own business soon, and if you need to pick any knowledge, and you can basically listen to this whole podcast and just take what you want from it. All right, so okay, let's get started. Isabelle, thank you for joining me today.
You're welcome.
And thank you so much for making this happen. Like, I really appreciate you giving me your time. Like, I think that you are like a very busy person, and you've shown me how busy you are in so many ways, but at the same time you still made it happen. Thank you. All right, and first question I really wanted to know is, how did you get started in business? When did you figure out that you wanted to like have your own business?
You know what, my parents always have a business.
Yes.
So I always work for my parents. We had a restaurant and I worked for them for a long time when I was very young. So I think I got the taste of this to have my own business.
Ah, really? So how long ago was this though?
My parents had a restaurant when I was 10 years old.
And you had like an experience to basically like run the business with them?
I was like a little waitress at the restaurant. I was 12 years old.
Really? Yeah. Wow. So when did you, and which country was this though?
In Canada.
Canada? So were you born in Canada?
Yes, born in Canada, a small town north of Quebec.
Oh, but your accent isn't Canadian though.
No, it is Canadian.
Your accent is Canadian?
Oh, yes, my God. People always make comment about my accent.
Yes. To me, it sounds like French, like, you know?
Yes, French, but from Canada. French Paris is very different accent.
Really?
Oh, yes.
That's really unique. And like, all right, so basically you ran that business with your parents, right?
Yeah, I was just helping them. Yes. Yes.
And then did you like had a job growing up? When you were 12 years old, so
I worked for my parents most of my childhood, and one day I had enough and I decided to move to a big city, so I moved to Montreal.
Really?
And I went to school there, and the school brought me here to Martha's Vineyard.
The school brought you here?
Yeah.
So that is how you ended up here at Martha's Vineyard?
Yes, yes.
Amazing.
31 years ago.
30 years ago. Wow.
So I came to work for Peter Martin, who owned the summer camp, but before was the Wesley Hotel. I came to work for him. So
you had your experience basically like working at that hotel?
Yes, but I went to school for tourist hotel managing. So I have experience there, but I worked for him for one summer.
Yeah.
And I came back and I've been here since.
So wait, so were you traveling back and forth to Montreal, or were you
No, I worked here for the whole summer. And after I went back to Montreal to finish my school, and the year after I graduated, I came back.
That's super cool. That's super cool. So when you came here, basically, like, you were just working just a regular job, like you were just working normal.
I work in the hotel.
You're just working normally, right?
Yes, I was a chambermaid. I did the laundry. I was doing everything he made me do.
So
I start in the bottom.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what was your first business here? What was your first business?
My first business, working at the hotel, you mean?
Yeah, but when did you start your first business?
Oh, I opened a business with my sister 15 years ago.
Really?
On Circle Avenue, we opened a nail salon.
That's Circuit Avenue in Oak Bluffs.
Bluff, yeah.
Wow. So wait, how did you start that business though? Like,
You know what? My sister liked to tan. And it was only one tanning salon the whole island, and it was in Egerton at the Waveland. And every time we call was always full. My sister says, I'm going to open a business. And that's the way we end up opening the business.
really?
I went to a birthday party for my kid, and the woman told me she had a business at this place where we open a salon, and she wanted to close her business. I said, I will take over your lease. So I took over a lease like this, and I ended up being there 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah, we were doing nail, facial, massage. We were selling pearls from Chinatown.
So wait, so did you have like people working for you?
Yes, plenty.
How much people did you have working for you there?
Well, you know what? Colleen, her friend used to work for us.
I know Colleen.
Yes, we have an Alicia. We have the girl at the hotel, the other Colleen. Too.
Colleen.
Yes,
Oh,
we had a lot of people.
So
You know,
two
over
Colleens.
in 15 years, you see a lot of people. Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So you basically gathered a lot of information and knowledge just working from there. But
Yes.
whatever happened to that business though?
You know what? My sister went to sell the business. So one guy bought the business to open another type of business for his wife.
Really?
So she sold it.
So she sold the business. So,
Yes.
And then whatever happened of your sister? Did she just
My
leave?
sister, she ended up opening a business someplace else.
Not on Martha's Vineyard.
Yes, on Martha's Vineyard.
So is she still here in Martha's
No,
Vineyard?
no, she's not here anymore. But when she sold that business on Circle Avenue, she opened someplace else on Circle Avenue.
That is super
Yeah.
cool. That is super cool. And then basically, what did you do afterwards? Like, how did you like leave from that business? Or when you
I was
started?
doing both. I was working at the hotel. You know, the thing is, the hotel was summer.
Yeah.
So my sister was working in the salon in the summer, and in the winter she go back to Canada. The hotel closed in the winter here. So I was working at the salon.
Oh, and you just like, and then what did you do though? What did you do, especially like?
At the salon,
Mm-hmm.
I was the receptionist. When the people call, I was checking them in, making reservations.
And that's what you did after you left that business?
I worked at the Pequot for 17 years, but I was doing both. And one
And the
day,
Pequot is a different hotel.
yes, that owned by the same guy who owned the summer camp.
Ah,
Yes.
that is super cool. That is super cool. So, and then how long did you do that for?
We did it for 15 years.
Really? Man.
And one day, I was lucky. I met somebody, and he gave me the chance to open my own beach house. So.
Oh, so that's how you started that beach house, basically.
Yes.
So the way how you started that beach house is by you basically just met someone and you went in business with them.
Exactly.
That's amazing, man. Like, so how did you plan that business? Like, how did that business work out for you? Like,
Oh my God, I worked so much for that business. That was the worst business ever when we bought it and we made it the number one.
well, but how though? How did you plan?
I
that?
work.
Like,
I was the only employee.
Really?
I was making the breakfast. I was doing the laundry. I was the chambermaid. I was the front desk.
Everything.
Everything. I didn't know if I would make money. So I start slowly. Oh my God! After 3 months, I could not take it anymore. It was too much.
So was that hotel? Because I saw that hotel and it's pretty huge. Like, you know, like the inn. That's a huge inn. So was it always that big, or did you?
Yes. No, it was 12 rooms. Yeah, 12 rooms.
It was always 12 rooms.
Yes.
Whoa. So you were basically doing everything for the 12 rooms for the whole time.
I only did the first year for 3 months. After 3 months, I could not do it. So we hired people because we were starting to be a little bit busy.
Whoa.
And every year was better, and we made it the number one.
So how much people did you have to hire? Like, let me get that.
Every
straight.
summer I have 5-6 people.
So that's not bad.
No, but the first year I did it by myself.
Really?
I had 2 other people helping me. Yes.
Wow. Like, that's
It's a lot.
that must be stressing. Like,
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
sometimes you think about that. That's like really stressing, especially from a business perspective. of starting everything right there.
But when you start a business, you don't know if you're gonna make money, so you have to cut somewhere. So I prefer work, not to pay anybody.
So could you foresee how much money you were gonna make, or did you just have no idea?
You know what? I had no idea, because when I bought the business, the guy was so bad before us that people go to Facebook, they go to all the media, and they see all the bad comment, and people live on the comment.
Really?
So the comment was so bad, we had to change the name.
What was the name before?
Bluff. Beach house.
Beach house.
Beach house.
So like that sounds
I forget
like
the name Beach House. Yeah.
that sounds like it must be like, at least it was terrible then, because
The guy was terrible. Oh my God! Now you cannot find the comment, but they were bad comments.
How much years ago was that?
2008.
Wow. So all right. So how difficult was it to hire these people?
It was very easy to find people to work.
Yeah.
In 2008 was much easier than now. Now you don't find a lot of people to
2008.
work. 2008,
You know what was happening in 2008?
2008, we have a lot of foreign students, European people, and they want to work. They were hard workers.
And for my knowledge, a lot of research that I've done, like 2008 was like a very famous market crash. Have you ever heard of that? The 2008
Yes,
market
but
crash?
I don't remember.
You weren't
don't
affected.
remember it was 2008. But you know what? We start slowly. I remember the first month we were open, May. We barely had anybody, and after that we did a little bit more, and the year after we were pretty good.
That sounds crazy.
Take time, to build a business, start from the bottom.
I can bet. Like I'm really impressed by like how you did that though. So did you maintain the same workers throughout like different summers coming up, or did you?
Do you know what? I have the same people for 2-3 summers, and after that change, I got new other people. But I have a lot of people who came back to work.
Yeah, but even now you still have some people who just stayed loyal to you from.
Yes.
Like Colleen, Colleen was
Colleen's
one of
been
them.
there.
How much years do you think Colleen's been there?
Colleen's has been there 7 years at least.
7 years?
Yes, 7 years at least. This year I bet you 7 years. Yes.
Wow. So like even like just working with Colleen, she basically saw you just elevate different years.
Oh yeah, you can ask her. Yeah, she helped me from the beginning. Yes.
Man, that sounds pretty intense though. Like, but all right, throughout everything, from a business perspective, like, how did you manage your finances? Like, because I'm pretty sure you had money coming in and out the business, right? How did you manage your finances? Like, how did you do that? Like, what experience did you have doing your finances? Like, when you had money coming in, how would you basically structure it so you can pay everyone, pay all your expenses, and still have money to leave over?
I work a lot of hours, so I save money on the payroll, because the payroll, that go fast. But you know what? I had a great girl, who was doing my bookkeeping with the QuickBook. So what she was telling me, what I'm doing. So I was always very careful with the money.
Okay. But you had somebody specifically designated for that, though?
Yes, I had a couple girls who helped me with the QuickBook. I can make the money, but I cannot manage QuickBook. But they were good making.
Same with me. Like, I kind of have. Sometimes I try not to focus on that though. I try to basically. I know I can delegate on everything else that needs to get done, but I know for a fact that I can find the right people for the job.
You have QuickBooks?
I have QuickBooks, but I have to have somebody to manage this. I have a personal assistant.
Who's doing it?
Yeah, I have a personal assistant, and it's like I pay him virtually, and he just manages all my stuff for me.
QuickBooks, yeah, it's very important.
It's very important, and so how did you deal with like taxes and stuff like that? Like,
I have another person.
I have another person.
Yes.
So all right, so that's something that like and this took me a while to basically learn this though, right? Because a lot of people, they start a business, but they think that what stops them is they think that, I have to do everything on my own. Like, what gave you the mindset that you have to basically get somebody for this, get somebody for that, and what made you feel comfortable getting these people for these random jobs?
Well, I knew I could not do all because it's, you cannot manage everything at the same time. So I talked to people who have other hotel, but don't forget I worked 17 years at the Pequot, so I have experience there. So I knew what I work. The bookkeeping, I knew you have to pay the tax, you have to pay the unemployment, you have to pay this, all the license in Oak Bluff, you need a lot of license. So over here, I was organized, I knew what I was doing, and I met other people and they helped me. And
so that's even another important thing too, because like a lot of people, like they think that, okay, you come here in Martha's Vineyard, you can just start a business super easy. Like a lot of people, they don't understand that if you want to start a business, you need a license for everything here.
oh yes, and the family stuff.
And so, all right, so that's a very important thing for me because that's something that I learned. Basically, I had to go through that in order to know what it's like, So, how did you manage getting all the licensing you need, like getting everything you need just to be legal, like here?
But you know what? Because most of the business are seasonal, so they just open. We open May to October. When I worked to the Pequot, it was always like this. So in May, before May arrived, they send us all the information. The town is pretty good organized for that. So and they come and check. So you need to have your license. You need to have this permit, this. So they send you an envelope and you have to fill up all the paper and
really
permit this way.
Man, that's like.
It's a lot of work.
That sounds like a lot of work. But did you have somebody to manage that, or did you do that on your own?
I did it myself.
Did you do it on your own?
Yes.
Wow. Because that's just something that I know for a fact that people, they struggle with that, because I struggle with that myself, because there's just so many different licensing I need, especially to be here, and like just to operate in good standard, so I had to basically go through all that myself just to know what it's like. But how difficult can you say on a scale of 1 to 10, like how difficult you think running your business was?
People think having a bed and breakfast is you just have to make breakfast and smile. It's not like that at all. No, it's a lot of work. You know what? The first year I remember I was crying. I'm like, oh, I hate that. I hate my job. I should never open that business. And when I got help, I was better. And you know what? After that, you find the right person. You can count on this person for that, this person for that. So, it's much easier. But believe me, I cry a lot.
Really?
The first year I cried.
And you prayed?
Oh, I prayed. I always, what did I do to myself? Oh, yes.
I mean, like, it's always difficult when you really think about these things, especially like on a business perspective. So what made you not give up though?
You know what? Because all my family, we always have my parents always have a business, so I knew I can do it. Yeah. It's just you have to find the right person. And you know what happened is a lot of doors close on you. So when a door closes, you don't have to give up. You have to say, another one's gonna open. I'm gonna find another, you make it work. Because I really like my bed and breakfast, and I knew I could make it work, but it was not easy.
So so your mindset was always like
to have my own business.
You always knew that you were gonna have your own business, like, so you had no intentions to just go work a regular job.
I clean house, I did everything, but even if I was the boss, I clean room, I make, I was like a chambermaid. I wasn't paying the chambermaid, I was doing the dishes, washing the floor, cleaning the bathroom, I was doing it how.
But you still made it happen though, you made it happen.
Yes, because I know if I put my mind to it, I can do it.
I mean, that's like amazing. That's like literally amazing. But at the same time, like, it's just the mindset to just say, hey, listen, like, I'm gonna be my own boss always. Like, that's just what I'm saying. Like, at no point, you never went back to say, okay, like, I'm not gonna do this. I'm just gonna get a regular job.
No.
And I'm just gonna.
I'm very strong. I knew that I have to be my own boss.
Yeah. Yes. That's what I'm saying, because like a lot of people, like I just see it happen so many times. Like people, and this is because they just either they don't have like the same drive, or because to me, like, in order to really be your own boss, I feel like You just have to have the drive. Like, you have to know in your mind that, like, you want bigger and better for yourself.
But I think, the foreign people, they are more the willing, you know what?
Like foreign people that are not from here.
Exactly. You come here, I didn't even know what Martha's Vineyard was, but I like it, and I know, I have help. I didn't start like this.
Yeah.
But I knew, I could do it.
I
I don't regret it. It's a lot of work, and it's hard to find the right person to be there, to show up.
Yes.
That you can trust to, and especially the city is very hard to find people.
That's the thing. Like,
Yes.
so did you have any special way of managing your workers? Like managing?
I treat them the same way I want them to treat me.
That is amazing.
And that
is amazing.
And we're still all friends.
You see, like, all right, that's what I'm saying. Like, not everybody understand that. You see what I'm saying to you? Like, not everybody understand that. Like, if you treat whoever works for you just equally, like, don't let them feel less of a person.
Exactly, because even if I was the boss, that doesn't stop me to clean the room, clean the bathroom. You know, many toilet I found, people call me, they have a problem, I did it. I didn't say, I'm going to send the chambermaid. I did it myself.
Did it yourself.
So I was able to do everything.
That's very powerful because, like that's just what I'm saying. It's only a few people who understand how powerful that is, because it doesn't even matter if, okay, you have 1 million persons working for you. Like, if you can do it, you just do it,
Yeah.
And that's something that, like, I learned the hard way, because when you're building a business, you get to realize that, like, you don't have to call whoever for anything. Like, like, if you can do it, just do it.
Yes.
And that's real boss moves. Like, that's really how bosses operate.
You have to start in the bottom.
Start from the bottom.
Yes.
And then you the only time when you start, like, dividing the work, it's just when it's not possible, right? Did you have that same mindset?
No, you know what? I was focused on what I want.
Yeah. I really like that, especially when it gets to a point where. But me, I also started learning. In order to learn that I couldn't do everything myself, and I needed to start delegating tasks to other people, is because, like, I started reading books. Like, I just started reading heavily. Like, I read a lot. So I never had to learn the hard way that, hey, you can't do this on your own. You can't do that on your own. Books allowed me to realize that I shouldn't be doing it on my own. Because if you really spend, like, all your time trying to do something on your own, you're wasting so much time when you could be actually running the business. So say, for instance, like, okay, like, I had to do a small task over here, a customer need me for something small. Like, instead of sitting down focusing on what that is and trying to figure it out, like, I could have somebody to designatedly doing that. Like, you see what I'm saying? And then I would be able to just spend time actually running the business to get things off the ground. So just like you said, you had to get people to do your taxes. So instead of you're sitting down trying to figure out the taxes, figure it out.
I knew that was not my department.
You knew that was your department. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it takes a certain level of mindset to give that part of the business away, So this is just what I'm saying to you. So, like, now it's like, I had to learn that by reading books. Did you have any influence books like that you read growing up?
No, you know what? I worked for the Pequot for 17 years. You got a good experience. You work in the same hotel 17 years.
So you don't read a lot. Do you read? What do you read?
But I read over there, but all love story. I don't read to go to the hotel. No. Now that I'm retired, that's why I read books.
Really?
Yes.
So what business, like, in order to learn what you have learned right now and know what you've known right now, right? Did you basically you said you never read any book about business to learn?
No, because I went to school for that, and I went to the best school in Montreal, so I have a good experience. Every summer I work different place to have experience, and I work at the Pequot 17 years.
So that, you see, that's very powerful. So everything that you're doing right now, you went to school for it. So you followed the right path, like, coming up overall, right?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm very happy the way everything turned out. It was a hard-working experience, but
Man, that's crazy. So do you have any like regrets growing up? Like do you have any regrets of things that you wish you had done a specific way but you haven't?
No,
Really?
no, I don't regret it.
Everything that happened, it
Everything
happened.
happened for a reason. That's the way I always say it. No, that's true. Believe me.
Whoa.
Sometimes you ask questions and you know
Whoa.
what? Thing always happen for a reason.
Whoa.
One door closed, another one open. That's the way I see life.
Man, I think that's amazing. So like, all right. So when did you started realizing that hey, like this hotel business is successful? When did you start realizing that?
When we were more busy, I knew I was doing a good job. But like I told you, people think open a bed and breakfast is very easy. It's not very easy. You have to work. If you're the boss, you have to be there. You have to welcome the people.
I mean, like a lot of people, like they still struggle with acquiring the actual hotel first. Like a lot of people, they don't even know the work in it because they're still trying to go over the phase of acquiring it first. You see what I'm saying?
Nothing happened overnight.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, so even though, like, say for instance, you would be in the business of the hotel and you would think that okay, like this hotel business is not easy, you know. People, they don't even get there because they're still figuring out how do I buy this hotel.
But like I told you, I have help. You know that that was not only me.
So all right, so to acquire that hotel though, like how, even though you had the help though, how did you basically have your side of the money even though you had help? How did you come up with your side of the money to make it happen?
I told you I was lucky, you know, somebody helped me. So that's what the whole business stuff, yes.
So you never had to come out of pocket with anything?
No, somebody helped me with the money.
Oh.
So somebody give me a share.
Yeah.
And I pay back. And
Oh, so
that's
you
what
just
I
pay
got.
it back over time?
Yes.
Wow, so it's like somebody
I
basically
was very lucky,
believed.
but this thing cost me a lot of headache
Yeah.
later on. Yes.
But it still paid off though.
Yes, sir, yes.
It's
But
still
it's just, you know, it was not, you know, I've been just, you know, just good advice. Don't be in business 3 people. It's not a good idea. So this I learned that because we were 3 people in the business, so that's not a good.
I mean, something I've learned like throughout doing business, especially over the years, is like when you're doing business with somebody, it's like you're getting married, you know.
Oh,
I learned that.
I don't know
So
about that, but.
No, I learned that because
2
it's
people,
like,
it's easy to be in business because at least you can see eye to eye. 3 people, it's not a good number. I learned by then that mistake, believe me.
but why would you? All right, what's the advices then? Like, what's the things that you would hope people to like avoid when you say 3 people though?
But you know what? It's hard to be in business 3 people because everybody see the business different way, and especially the people I was in business with. One was a businessman, the other one have no clue. So people who have no clue, it's hard they don't see your point because they think they know everything, but they never work in a hotel. So you know, it's hard to.
So how did you get out of that though?
I finally bought them out.
Really?
Yes.
With your share of the money from the hotel?
Yes, and I went to the bank and I got some money and I took them out.
Man, that's crazy. So were you guys like operating like under like a LLC, like?
Yes, LLC. Yes.
So who taught you about LLC, like about business? Like that?
I had a good lawyer, a friend.
And he taught you everything.
Yes.
Wow, like you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So all right. So this is just why I had to be operating the way how I operate because like I don't have those friends like that, you know? Like so I had to read books in order to learn that those things are possible.
I know, but sometimes you know people come in your role, you know, you meet people along the way and they help you and you know after that I learned and when you open a business, you have to be prepared. You need an LLC, you need this, that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's how you basically learn how to structure your business, basically, right?
Yeah, because I talk to people, I ask people and advice. And instead of read a book, I ask advice from people.
I mean, that's a more direct way of getting it. But like me, nowadays, nobody has time to really sit down with you unless you're paying them, you know?
Yes, that's
like,
true.
So it's like, so me, the cheapest and fastest way I can learn this is just read a book. So this is also why like my library is basically just filled with, my library right now is filled with like business books, entrepreneur books, like just books on how to do everything that I'm trying to get done right now, right?
It's a good way.
So it's the fastest way I see things right now. Like I don't see it any like slower, you know, because if I should sit down and just wait for somebody to teach me, like when would I ever learn? You see what I'm saying? So this is just why I'm saying this. So throughout the whole hotel business, right? How much other business have you been involved in so far? Were you ever involved in any other business? So say for instance, you make a bunch of money from the hotel and you're making money every single year. Have you invested in any other business or did anything else to make money some other way?
No. I didn't invest in other business, no.
So you just straightforward with the hotel, like 100%?
Yes, I concentrate on the hotel, yes. The hotel was my number one, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So, all right, so throughout running your hotel though, like, what was your life like back where you came from? Like, how often did you go back there? Like, did
you know what? I never went in Canada in the summer because having that business, the summer, that's where you make money, so you have to be there.
Yeah.
So my main job was working in the hotel. I worked 60, 70 hour a week.
Really?
Yes, because when you're the boss, you want to save money. If you want to make money, you need to put some time in.
Amazing.
You know, people buy a business, they're never there. So how they expect the business to run?
It won't run itself.
No. And you know, no, I was always there.
So like, I mean, nowadays, some people, they try to set up systems so the business can run themselves.
Some business, but depends what kind of business.
It depends on the business.
This is a business that it's like people come, they want to have a service, they expect stuff, you know?
Yeah.
You know, if there's nobody to welcome them. How do you expect the guests to enjoy their time on Martha's Vineyard?
All right, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
To be there.
So throughout your whole years, like, would you consider yourself you consider your business to be scalable? Did you scale it to any point, or like, what kind of changes did you have in the business? So you can consider that now I'm growing the business. Now the business grew.
But you know what? I had a good system, and I knew, I make like board. Mm-hmm. And I know, let's say that I ran 100 rooms that month, but next year I want to have 200. Yeah. So that was always looking to make sure that every year was better. Stop you.
At least he's liking me now.
Yes, watch out, she's gonna bite you. She's dangerous. She's dangerous. Stop.
Oh my god. Yeah, I know, like the dog, like she's like very serious dog. She's a serious dog.
Watch out, she's mean. She's mean, she's gonna bite you.
I know, I'm scared of this dog. So it's like, alright, so just coming up then, just your systems you put in place, that's what made you basically, that's how you knew you were growing.
Yes, because I check, I compare every year, every month. I always compare from the year before. So you always want to do better.
Oh, so throughout the years of doing business, every year, was it better? Every single year?
Yes, I always, I made a board and I knew how much I rent home in the month of May. So the year before, I need to have more. So I was always checking. Yeah. And another thing, I always check the competition. You have to check other hotel, they price.
Yes.
So
that's something that I needed to ask you too. Like, so how did you do that market research? Like, how did
I was going online and check other hotel.
You just went online and
check every hotel, check their price and see. And I was looking to make sure I was in the same bar, the same price.
But so how did you do it though? Did you price your hotel under those companies, or did you price it?
No, but mine was in front of the water, so I have more I can offer more than another hotel is a little bit farther. So I try to get close to the same price than what you have to offer.
And like, have you ever had any like experience with like people saying, "Oh my God, this is too expensive. Like I don't want to do this,"
But you know what? Sometimes I heard that, but I told the people then go start the campaign in Vineyard Haven if you want to.
Yeah. So did you have any bad like situations with people like that growing up?
No, we were very lucky because most of the guests that was repeat guests.
Repeat guests.
80% was repeat guests.
80%.
We were very lucky.
That's like crazy,
And we have the same people who come over and over. It was more like a family business because when they come, the people we didn't see were here after here, we see the same one. No, we are at least 80% return guests.
Man, that's crazy.
Yes.
That's like ridiculous. So like you basically built relationship.
Exactly. That's why I told you it's kind of a family affair. People come every year, they know about you, they know about your kid, they know about your life because the same people come over and over.
And they probably started bringing their friends and their friends bring their friends. Yeah. So that's how you basically grew.
Yes.
That.
Yeah.
Wow, that's like a huge business to grow. So I know like most businesses on Martha's Vineyard, right? They're like seasonal businesses.
Yes.
Right? So what did you do in the winter?
You know what? I was happy to have the winter off.
What you took the winter off?
When I work at the Pequot, we were closing for the winter, so I was happy to have the winter off. My business was open in the winter, but I did rent to group instead.
Oh, so the Hotel Isabelle's Inn was open?
Yes, because Bluff is not a lot of hotel open in the winter. It's like 2 hotel, 3 hotel.
So you basically stayed open throughout the winter. So how often did you do this? Like, did you do that every single year or did you?
Yes, every year I stay open in the winter.
Stay open?
I think 1 year only I close.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So like you were even earning in the winter?
Yes, we were renting to group. So instead of be open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we were open Thursday. We went to group Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that gave me a couple of days for myself.
Man, that's amazing.
Some money coming in.
So money still came in regardless. So say for instance, like your hotel business, like what was the overhead like? Say for instance, your expenses, like how serious were your expenses?
You know what? In the summer, the electric bill, oh my God. The payroll. Electricity, payroll. And we use sometime, like the different agent to book, like Booking.com, TripAdvisor, Booking.com, Expedia. So you have to pay fees for them.
Oh.
Yes.
So were the fees like crazy?
You know what was very expensive was the electricity. Because you imagine all the people, the summer, the AC on.
Wow. So how often did you have to go through like fixes? Like how often did you have to hire a plumber?
I had a good maintenance guy.
So that's another person you had to hire out to help.
Yeah, but we had the same maintenance guy for many years, so he was very good. He knew all his stuff. He can fix anything.
Oh, so you never had to hire nobody to like do any say for instance you had a plumbing problem.
No, we always had and you know what? After a while I was pretty good with the plumbing.
You were pretty good with
fixing stuff.
You did it yourself.
Fixing stuff. No, but we had a good maintenance guy. We have the same guy for 8 years. Yeah. Same guy, so he knew the hotel top to bottom.
So what about heating and like cooling and stuff for the summer? Like
the guy could fix everything.
Could fix everything? So you had one guy to do all that. Man, like you probably was paying him great.
I miss him. He was a good guy.
You paid him good?
Yes, he was very good, and we pay him very good.
That's pretty cool, man. So he stayed loyal to you.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. Like that's like super good. Like because these is just the questions that are
it's
really
hard to find people, but
that's
this
what
guy.
I'm saying.
No, this guy. All through the year we always been friends. And in the winter he stayed in the hotel, so if something happened, he was always there.
Wow. So say for instance now, one of my like subscribers, they're trying to look towards either buying their own hotel or even just starting their own hotel. So even if they're just trying to do Airbnb, regular Airbnb, right? How could you advise them to get started? Like, what's the first thing?
Person, the Airbnb, it's easy to rent, but you have to have the right cleaner to make sure the house is clean.
Yes.
When the guests arrive, the house is clean, is ready to go. Okay. Yes, very important. So, you have to have a guy.
So to somebody who's basically just getting started in the hospitality business, what's the the best thing you can give them for advice right now?
Open a business. Especially this day, open a business, you need to have a good location. If you want to open an hotel, you need a good location, good people to work for you.
So location is basically everything for you.
Yes, I will not open a business in the middle of nowhere.
That's amazing. That's
And on the island, a lot of stuff happen in Bluff.
Yes.
Bluff is the location.
Well, that's pretty
Yes.
cool. That is really nice. So so for you, for hospitality business, especially a hotel or like any Airbnb, you're basically saying location.
Location, you have to have the right person. Airbnb, these days, and the thing is, these days, everybody is not happy with you, they write online.
Yeah.
So the comment is everywhere. So it's hard.
Have you ever dealt with any bad comments though?
Yes.
Any bad reviews?
Couple.
Yeah.
And it's funny because when they write bad review, they never write the whole story.
They only
write
tell
the
their
story
side.
that helped them. So it's when you own an hotel, TripAdvisor give you the chance to respond. So I respond. But I always tell the people, tell the real story. At least if you want to write bad review, write the real story.
The real stuff.
But afterward, that doesn't. When you do a good business, and most of all, you critic is 5-star, and somebody write a bad review, that doesn't affect you much because people read. You can see usually people who write bad reviews because they mad they didn't get what they want. That's look at your business, it's the same.
It's the same. You're right.
Yeah.
People leave me bad reviews, but it's just like what you said. They're not telling the whole story.
Exactly, because you didn't give them what they want. So now
Exactly.
you're the one who's bad.
As I said, I had one guy who tried to steal one of my cars, and I'm just like, all right, come on, man. You want me to just let you steal the car and I just leave that like that?
He didn't. I'm sure he didn't say that in the review, but he
Never said
criticized
that.
you.
Never
That's
said
the
that.
problem.
Because he never said the part where, and that's just exactly what you said. He never put the part in where he told me hey, I'm not bringing your car back.
No.
He never said that part.
Exactly.
He just
You
told them.
forget.
Yeah, he forgot. He forgot that part. Man. So that's just crazy to me. How just like what you're saying. So in order to basically start from scratch right now, the most important things to you is location and the people who you have
Good
in.
employee. You have to
Good
have
employees.
people who's good with hospitality. People, you need to be like the people.
So, all right. So, say for instance, every single year when you basically reap profits from your company, what did you basically do? Did you live off that profit, or did you reinvest it back into the business?
No, I live on my profit. I put it away.
You put it away.
But every year I put a little bit on the business. To make money, you need to improve. But I usually.
But throughout having the hotel though, throughout having the hotel, because I know you, and how did you manage to even acquire houses, especially this one and the houses, the other houses that you have? How did you manage to acquire those houses while still having that hotel? What did you just buy these houses when you had the hotel and stuff? How did you do that?
I bought this house a long time ago. I bought this house 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
20 years ago.
But that's before the hotel or
Before
after?
the hotel.
Before the hotel. So how did you manage to do that?
You know what? The good thing is you need to have a good credit. If you have a good credit, you can get everything.
Really?
Everything. Yes. That's.
I consider myself have good credit. My credit right now is 750. I have 750 credit right now.
So when you just get your down money down, find a house and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
The house next door just been sold and it was a very good deal.
Really? How much you think it was selling for?
2 apartment house for 800,000. That's pretty good deal.
That is not bad. Well, what's the down payment you think they had to do? Probably 200K, 100K?
No, not that much. But I tell you later after that, you can always find a way to.
All right, no problem. All right, so after the podcast, I'm going to hear exclusive information on how to acquire my first house.
How to acquire your first house.
Exactly. Yes. All right, so what, throughout that whole period of you having the hotel though, did you end up getting any other houses throughout that period of time?
No, I did not. But when I sold the hotel, this is what I decided to do. Invest in houses.
In houses.
Yes.
I mean, that's amazing. And now, so at a point of time, guys, like we're at a point of time where she basically sold the hotel. So this hotel that we've been talking about this whole podcast, so she sold this hotel, and now she's recently invested in houses now. So you have a strong real estate portfolio.
That's what I'm doing. That's
right
my new project.
Also, now you're in the process of collecting houses now.
Right? And a collection of houses, yes.
So how much houses do you think you have right now so far?
Couple.
A couple. Couple means two, you know.
At least two.
Couple means two. So,
I have project to get couple more. When I got 6, I'm gonna be very happy.
Amazing.
Yes.
So are these houses filled with tenants right now?
Yes.
Yeah. Man, that's like amazing. That's like really amazing.
Yeah.
So how are you managing this portfolio of houses?
I'm very lucky. I have a young kid like your age who can manage everything for me.
Your son, that's your son.
My son and I, we opened kind of a business together.
Really? A real estate company?
Yes, me and him and I. Yes.
So now you're in partnership with your son.
My son, yes. I only have one child.
That's really cool.
And he's very smart. He's like you, he's very smart. He want to be rich.
Yes.
And he, you know what? He studied finance, so he know a lot about finance. And
that's cool.
he always give me idea.
I keep telling you, like, me and him need to talk. Like, you need to connect us, you know, like.
I know he'll be back in June. So
trust
you know
me.
what? I trust him. He's very good about it, and now that's what we're doing.
I hear you say strong things about him, so like I'm pretty sure he's a cool guy, and like just by some of the things you told me, he's
like you. He's exactly like you.
Really?
You want to be rich.
Like
Yes,
we
that's
get
his
it done,
goal,
you know.
to
Like
be rich.
I'm not just the person who say it, you know. Like I'm actively
I see you
implementing.
Yes,
you know.
Yes, you're very smart. You know what you want.
Mm-hmm.
You know a door closed, another one open for you, and you know what you
Same.
want. And
Exactly.
Yes, that's what you have to do. You have to concentrate. You know what you want. Yes.
You have to do it by planning, basically. Like because I look at things like this, you know. Say for instance, you see somebody walking down the road, like, and he's strong, he's fit, right? He never got fit overnight, you know, like you never ask him how he got strong, and you're like, oh, it was a mistake, you know.
But you have to start somewhere. You start low and you go slowly. You know, I didn't wake up one night and I was the manager. You know, I clean room a lot before I was a manager.
But
you know,
throughout
I
working
slowly.
that hard, because you gotta be careful. It's not just about hard working too. It's about planning and preparation also.
Yes, but you have to be hard worker, because if you have your own business, you have to planning to work 60, 70 hour a week in your own business.
But the reason why I said that is because like you would have people right now that's watching that's gonna think that, oh my God, if I put 60, 70 hours in the job that I'm doing now, that's gonna get me where I wanna get. Like, think about it like on a logical perspective. The only reason why you're putting in 60 to 70 hours is because it's your business, you know? So
and I want to make it work.
And you want to make it work.
I want to make the money.
Exactly.
And I want to save. So when you're there too, you know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you open a business and you're not planning to work, you're not gonna make money.
I trust me, like I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. But at the same time, I feel like if you're putting 60 to 70 hours in any business, at least make it your business, you know?
Exactly. Work for yourself.
Work for yourself.
If you can work for somebody 60, 70 hours, work for yourself.
Work for yourself. Also,
Yes.
like that's what I'm saying. That's like why it's very strong and very important to just plan and actually put plans in place. Not just plan and not do anything. Because just like what I said is, you don't just see somebody walking and he's like super fit and you say, oh my God, like it's a mistake, I'm just fit
Nothing
by
happened
accident.
overnight.
You know, and it's not, he never got strong by accident. You know, he planned to do that. You know, like he actively worked on it and he put plans in place to get it done. So this is why I'm saying to you, like, this is the same stuff that I actually think about every single day. Like, you're not going to just get rich by accident.
No.
You know, you're not. Like, it has to be a plan in place.
Exactly.
And
well, you have to work.
And I think that's very serious. Like, I take that as very serious advice. And I really appreciate that, you know, because like not a lot of people really understand what it is, because you have people out there thinking that, why am I not rich and I'm working 70, 80 hours, you know? Like, why am I not rich?
What? As long as you want, you know, they have the expression, when it's a will, it's a way.
Yeah.
But I believe that when it's a will, it's a way. If you want something, you can work for.
I mean, I think that's it too. But like me overall, I feel like actively getting investors and actively searching for, because I look at it like this, right? In order to get something done, you have to be already doing it. So say for instance, if you want somebody to invest in your business, right, you have to already be doing the business. See, and then they would be like, oh yeah, I'm going to invest in this business because you look like you have a strong future ahead of you, right? You see what, you agree with that?
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying.
People
So,
won't invest in your business if you don't make money.
if you don't make money, exactly.
Yes.
So the business, you have to be already doing the business before somebody can give you a helping hand, right?
Yes.
So that's, and I'm pretty sure you probably had the same experience too.
Yes, I did.
You
Yes.
see, like that's super cool. Like, so.
But I don't regret anything. You know what? I learned by all my mistakes I made along the way. Yes.
And those basically help you to make better choices
Yes,
in the
and be
future.
stronger.
And be stronger
Yes.
in the future.
Yes.
So man, that's crazy. So far in like going forward for you, because you already passed the phase of having your hotel. Now you're over that phase. So now you're planning on just having your real estate portfolio.
Yes.
What else do you have in plans going forward now?
I'm definitely going to open another business, but I don't
Really?
know what.
You don't know what yet?
No.
But you feel that you need to open another business.
Yes, I'm not the type of person to stay home, my PJ all day. So I need to do something. So I don't know yet what, but I'm planning to do something.
So but you would have the finances needed to get this business off the
Yes,
ground.
no, I'm safe. Now, I can say that I'm set for life. I don't have to worry about my
I like that. So
Yes.
so did you? All right. So upon selling your hotel, did you make any other investments besides the houses? Did you invest in like stocks or anything?
Yes.
Ah.
Yes.
So tell us about your stock portfolio.
To tell you the truth, I don't know where my money is invested. My son is on charge. I know he invest my money in different thing, but I cannot tell you exactly where exactly.
But you know it's safe though. You know
Yes,
it's safe.
yes, it's very safe because I invest in
That's
different
amazing.
things. But my son is like you, he research thing, where more you can invest the money. So
Does your
that's it.
son have a day job?
Yes, he work in finance,
Really?
so that's help.
That's
So
amazing.
and he's like your age, he's a group of young people, entrepreneurs,
Entrepreneurship.
and they have like a little group and they invest a lot of money.
Ah.
And he part of that group, and they know where to invest, and so.
What month is your son born in?
April,
April. That's pretty cool. And you said he's 97?
and is your age 25?
Because I'm 25. Like,
Yeah.
that's super cool.
Yes.
So, like, a lot of people. So that means your son is basically Generation Z. Like, I'm Gen Z. So you know the different generations.
I call this the generation they want to be rich. So now it's very good. He invest money in different thing, and
I mean, like, I believe in a lot of Gen Z people that I know about. Like, that's kind of the same mindset, but not every person will actually put these plans in place,
yeah. But I look at his girlfriend. I look at him. That's the generation, and they all have the same plan.
Is his girlfriend the same age?
Same age, and he's got another friend too, that an island kid, and they all have the same plan. They all have different idea, and they all want to be rich.
That's pretty cool. Like, you definitely
And
should
I
connect
encourage
us.
him, and I encourage his friend too.
I definitely think you should connect us for sure. Like, me and him, we definitely have to talk.
Be back in June.
Super, like, no problem. But what I'm going to do throughout the winter and going forward until next year is I'm using the time I'm going to do some traveling, and I'm going to meet different mentors in order to make my business stronger.
But you're doing good. You're doing good. Look, if he is better,
Yes.
so you do something good.
But the way how I say last year, what I did was, what I did with my winter is even though I used my winter to like acquire cars and do stuff like that, I still used the time to travel, and I met people who had way more cars than me, So even this winter now, I'm gonna meet guys that has like 30 cars or 50 cars.
And they do the same thing.
They do the same thing. They rent
Where?
cars.
For
So
where?
in Las Vegas,
Okay.
in Atlanta, you know, and in Texas, I'm gonna travel to these places and I'm gonna visit these guys and I'm basically gonna learn more of how they're scaling their business, you know, because that's like very important for me, like scaling, like especially whenever you have a business, scaling that business is the most important thing to me. Like just because you don't want to just be doing the same exact thing every single year, you know, like you want to be at least, so say for instance this year, like now I have 14 cars, like now next year I want to have 24 cars, you know, like
10 more next year.
10 more, like I want to do it like that. That's what I'm saying. So I would want to just continuously scale and scale and scale until the business is basically doing at least probably $1 million for the year or even more, you know. So that's like what my goals are in terms of like just scaling this business. So say for instance we start speaking numbers now, right? What's a yearly figure that you said that your hotel would have done when you had the hotel at the time?
Oh my God, you know what? I don't even remember the number.
Yeah?
The number, I will have to look at my paper.
But have you broke over $1 million? You broke $1 million. Like you made over $1 million for the year.
No, the business, no, I never make $1 million renting 12 rooms. But I make a lot of money, but not $1 million, no.
But so you basically capped it at like probably a little bit under $1 million, you know.
You know, I don't remember the number. It's been it's been a summer missing.
Yeah.
But I look at all my paper. But you know what? I know the business was zero and I make it pretty good. And when I sold to that girl,
Yes.
you know what? I already have reservation for this summer. So you know, I did not sell the business with no, you know, with no business. I had business.
Right, guys. So Isabelle basically gave us some strong insights on how business really works. She gave us some strong insights on how the hospitality business works. And guys, if you're really looking forward to either start your own hotel business, Airbnb, doesn't really matter. Once you're in the business of hospitality, like I really hope this really helps you in fast tracking your business going forward. And I really hope this can just lead to strong information for you guys. Isabelle, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Just thank you for allowing us to pick your brain and allowing us to...
Until next business.
Definitely. We'll be talking again soon. And I hope in the future you can join us again so we can basically talk more on how business really works. And we can see what you have going on in the future. Thank you so much. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. Really appreciate everybody who sat down and they watched the whole entire podcast. This is very important. This is strong information and I really hope this helps whoever who sat down and watched the whole video. I have more guests. Tune in next time and you'll see the next